Welcome to my preview of Forspoken. So this is a game I have been looking forward to. Must admit, Square Enix haven't done maybe the best job in terms of representing the game, the dialogue, the character, the combat. So hopefully this preview will help a little bit, potentially. Also the demo, I was not aware of this demo. The demo released after I did the preview. I wasn't aware it was coming. Also, the demo takes place after the stuff I played in the preview. So I played the first couple of chapters of Forspoken, and that is what we're going to talk about today. So you play a character called Frey. She's a New Yorker, and I must admit, I didn't mind the dialogue. It was a little bit cheesy at times, but I've never really played a character like her before, and I quite liked it. I quite enjoyed her as a character.
I just move shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just move shit with my freaking mind!
So at first, she's just trying to get home, back to New York. I'm done with this weird place. What's going on here? What is that massive dragon? I just want to go home, which we all completely get. But somehow she has these crazy abilities, these sort of bangle bracelets. Also talk to her in a very sort of UK posh English accent, which is quite nice. At first, she's trying to remove these. Like, can you get off me? You're attached on my arm, which obviously you would do that. You would panic. You'd be freaked out by these 12 bangles around your arm. But as the game progresses, you unlock new abilities, passive abilities, skills you can use within combat. At first, the combat is basically you're throwing rocks at the enemy, and I honestly wasn't a massive fan. It felt like I was just pressing the right trigger all of the time, over and over again. It was just a bit, it's like, whoa, it's quite a slow start. I realize it's a very, very slow start. I mean, I didn't get to the melee combat within the first 4 to 5 hours of me playing the game. So there's a boss you defeat, and then you unlock the melee combat, which is what you see in the demo. And I think that definitely changes the combat quite a bit. For example, there's like these shield enemies that just pop up when you're doing a quest, and all you've got is a projectile weapon. You can't sort of flank them, you can't get behind them, and you're just throwing these rocks, hoping some damage will be done, and you just feel a little bit helpless and almost frustrated as well. There's some stealth bits in the game which, as far as I know, you can't get spotted. It just can't happen. What are some of the positives? I quite enjoyed the character. I enjoyed some of the dialogue, as cheesy as it is. The open world is actually pretty good. Once you get out of that city, there's a lot to explore. I love just being able to hold down B and just sprint around and be ultra quick. You feel good. It feels cool. It feels cool. But it is, again, an open world RPG. And there's a big focus on unlocking these skills as you go. The skills are basically used on a sort of refresher. So once you use that skill, it will refresh over a certain amount of time. Each skill has a different amount of time to replenish. Some of the skills were the sort of tentacles that, as long as I got a hit in, I'd get some HP back as well, and also deal damage. Had a little sort of plant turret, which was quite useful. So I could plant that down for some sort of extra help, I guess. It might have been useful to have maybe a few shortcuts for certain skills you'd like to use more often. But yeah, the skill tree will definitely open up after the boss I defeated within the preview, which gives you melee and gives you the abilities that you get in the demo. Did find the dodge mechanic to be a little bit OP. During a boss fight, there's these big balls of fire being thrown at me, like I'm talking maybe 10, 12, and you're able to just hold down circle and you're good. You're golden. You can dodge everyone.
If you can!
Well, since you ask so nicely.
There's no need to sort of do like dodge, 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 or point in any direction. You just literally hold down circle and you're good. But the fights do get quite tactical. There's some really tough enemies. I definitely met some enemies that I probably met a little bit too early, and I sort of like the challenge of that as well. But yeah, the game is definitely going to open up once you unlock melee combat. The start may be a little bit slow for some people. You are literally just throwing rocks at enemies for the first couple of hours at least. So while I wasn't completely sold on the preview, I still feel like the game has a lot of potential. I'm interested to see where the story goes, the open world goes. Can Frey save the day and go back home as well? So many questions to be answered. But yeah, at first, I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of people that maybe just stop playing the game after a couple of hours It will take, again, a couple of hours for the game to really get going. Like the parkour, I like some of the RPG mechanics. I like the exploration. There's dungeons, there's stuff to explore, houses to go into. The world feels pretty good. It doesn't feel populated massively, but there's enough detail in the open world to feel pretty good. Does the game have the sort of graphical prowess of a Horizon Forbidden West? Not quite. But I think this is a strong exclusive for PlayStation 5 and PC. It is a year exclusive, so in a year's time, Xbox players will most likely get their hands on it as well. Yeah, I think it has a lot of potential, and I'm still excited for the game. Again, I was definitely more convinced on the demo. If you didn't like the demo, then maybe this game probably isn't for you. This preview will not help you in that sense. But yeah, has potential. I'm excited to see where it goes. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the preview, and bye-bye.